Well, it's just such a tremendous honor. It's something you never would have dreamed of. And school is such an important part of a community. But I have to say it was totally unexpected. And then when I told my family, they were quite surprised too. And it was the kind of thing you think happens after someone passes on, not when you're still around. So it makes it a special honor, and I am still very much around. I think too that education has been really important to me in my life and my family, and I see it as very important for the advancement of women all over the world, as well as for addressing, critical issues like climate change. But also I think throughout my career trying to also, encourage education on issues and topics that people really don't want to talk about. And that's everything from what happens to our garbage, looking at crime prevention, social inclusion, and my work now in terms of violence against women. I guess I come from a long line of social activists. I grew up in a very political family. My father was a mentor to me as well. And I think both my parents instilled a strong sense of social justice, the importance that you create a better place for everybody, where everybody is included. I've been very lucky and very privileged really to do lots of different things with my life. I worked with post-disaster welfare when I was in Australia, and when I came to Canada, community development in Calder. That, I guess, fueled my interest in politics, and so I pondered running for municipal government. And I remember my father saying, well, why don't you run? The worst thing that could happen to you is you'd win. And I did. So I was on council for 9 years, and then I was elected mayor and served 2 terms there. And after I lost the election, I did some work looking at building senior-friendly communities, and following that, worked with the Alberta Council of Women's Shelters, which is where I am today, which is a wonderful group of women and men working to end violence, who are doing remarkable work on the front lines. We actually have a campaign with the Alberta Council of Women's Shelters that's called Leading Change, and a big piece of that is to lead from where you stand, that everybody can be a leader. It's just you lead from where you're at and what you can do, and you seize that opportunity in whatever way you can. So there's so many different ways I think that people can contribute and make a difference. It's all about, I guess, just stepping up, doing what you feel comfortable in, but also stretching yourself, because that's what makes life exciting, right? If you're just stuck in a little rut, then you're never really going to see what really you can do and what you can achieve. And I guess the last thing is always keep a sense of humor, because everybody makes mistakes. I've made lots, and so it's a question of recognizing that you can make a mistake, but if you don't step up or if you don't do things, then you'll never know. And it's better to have tried to make that difference, as long as you approach that with, the interests of others and with your heart and your head.